we're trying to keep it loose. Have fun out there. So it's we'll see what's up with Slav for tomorrow. But if not, I think having Docker on the line again will be good.
Are you concerned, Nick, about the situation of Uri?
I'm not really concerned at the moment. Don't really know too much information about him, but we'll see probably tomorrow morning if he's good to go.
So like this, what can Kirby bring on your line?
Yeah, I think we've had success before in the past, the three of us playing together, and he's, similar to Slav, long reach, skates well, makes nice plays. So he's got the total package, and we'll try to play well together for a go.
What works well between the three of you going back in time?
I think we just, we all like playing together. I think, we're all of us can make plays, all of us can, drive the play offensively, and, we just got to take care of our zone, and it's something, we can do better at.
Nick, you're putting up points to start this season. How do you feel about your game otherwise?
I wouldn't say it's, in the spot I want it to be. Production is what it is. It could be totally different. I think I can, play a lot better, and the team needs me to do that. So, I'm looking to have a good game tomorrow.
Do you feel that your line sometimes spends too much time in their own zone? Is that part of the issue? Or?
Yeah, we've defended okay as a unit. But we're not killing plays fast enough, and we're wasting a lot of energy defending. I don't know if we're giving up a lot of great A's, but we're spending too much time there, and it's affecting our game as a whole. So try to clean that up.
When you say you play better, Nick, what goes into that? What's the keys for you?
I think just my assertiveness. I think I can defend better. I think I can. I feel like I'm rushing some plays a little bit here and there. So, I know what I'm capable of, and I haven't gotten there yet. So, I wouldn't say I'm playing bad, but I definitely have more.
Just curious, what's your thought on Cole's success at the beginning of the season like that? Is he doing something different, or?
No, I think he's just playing his game, getting pucks to the net. He's had some pretty nice goals so far, and he's riding the hot hand right now. So we'll try to get him the puck.
When you look at the last three.
Marty's been talking a lot about playing a deep game and establishing the forecheck, which has been on and off for the team. But do you sense as though your line, at least, when it comes to that deep game, you're able to do that?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of our line and our identity is being annoying to play against, forechecking hard, just being pretty smart about it. And hopefully, if we have a couple bad shifts, a couple defensive zone shifts, and we get out there, we can kind of turn that momentum and bring some positive momentum to the team.
Okay, and last thing for me, Anderson seems to, even though he has not been scoring a ton, he plays very well so far this year. What have you seen from him and his effort to maybe turn the page on last year and refining himself?
Yeah, he looks great out there. He looks fast. He's finishing his checks. It looks like he's got some confidence out there too, and there's not a ton of stress weighing on him right now, so he's having fun out there, and yeah, he's just playing the right way, and I'm sure things will start working out even more for him.
You said a couple of days ago that it's an important season for you. Do you see that it's going good for you at this point, personally?
Yeah.
Are you happy about it?
It's so easy to play with.
I think the way he sees the ice, obviously, for one, very smart player, but he's always looking for kind of the best play, and I think him and I read off each other well, and obviously Susie's a great player too, so I just probably happen to be the shooter on the line, which is nice for me.
You have a pretty good start in terms of goal scoring this year. How much is it important for the confidence to start the year like this? 6 goals.
Yeah, it's
huge.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, confidence-wise, it feels pretty good. But you go through stretches where it's the complete opposite, and you're just trying not to get too high or too low. So look at it as just keep doing what I can to help the team, and keep coming up in those situations, and just keep doing what I can to score and help the team win.
You're always saying that goals and points are not everything. You have a good start defensively in terms of numbers, but do you like the way you're playing 5 against 5 with your unit?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's always room for improvement. There's always, the next step that we want to take. But, it's the start of the year. A lot of things, being figured out. Obviously, we want to be a little bit tighter on the D side of things. But, as a whole, I think, we've been in all the games and we've been right there. And bounces could have went our way, and we could have a totally different record. So, again, just never satisfied with it, but not a bad start.
What might be the biggest change if you're skating with Kirby next game compared to you, Ryan? Both are pretty big, both are pretty strong.
Probably just the righty and the lefty side of things, 3 righties. We've played together before. You just got to read those things. And, 3 righties, you're going to know what you're going to get. So we'll keep it simple and have a lot of fun.
I'm curious, you played with Logan Mailloux at
How was it mentally to just watch the game in the stands on Saturday? I mean, it's probably not easy, but how could you explain the feeling?
Yeah, it's always tough. I mean, your teammates are out there. You want to help them out. You want to play with them. You want to go to war with them every night. So it's obviously tough to sit out, but I obviously sat out for a reason. I need to get better and get back to my ways.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
The classic when you're sit out for a game is to say that it brings you a different perspective on the game. Did you actually see something different that you could maybe apply to the next time?
I think it was more going back and watching my games and looking over and seeing the little things I need to improve, and I think once I fix that, I'll be okay. Thanks.
Expect to play tomorrow or still have to wait?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's it.
Do you know what you're going to do with that puck? That you will keep it or give it to your father?
I'll probably give it to my parents. Yeah, so it's always special for them. So it was my mom's birthday on Thursday, and I got the call Thursday night. So and then I ended up playing and scoring. So it was definitely a cool few days for my family.
Logan, when you look back on that very long shift you guys had, just what's going through your mind when you got off?
I mean, I was happy we got out of it, definitely. So, obviously you don't want to get caught out there for anywhere close to that long. And felt like every time I picked my head up from in front, Barzal was just kind of wheeling around the zone. So, I thought we stayed pretty tight, so they didn't really get too much. A couple of outside shots maybe, but we got out of it, so it's all right.
But as it was going on and on, were your legs starting to feel like cinder blocks? Did you get to that point?
Yeah, it was like, especially the first time when the puck cleared, and then I went to get up and I saw other guys changing and I had to stay. So, but luckily after that, we got it out pretty quick, so it was all right.
Is there anything that you have to do differently playing lane as active as he is?
Definitely. I think, not too differently. Like, as long as we're kind of taking care of our responsibilities at the same time, I feel like that's, especially we both can kind of bring offense, but he's always up there, so just got to read. If he's up there, I don't go, and I guess sometimes when I'm up there, I guess he won't go. So just kind of reading like that. We can't have 2D lead in the rush or up in the rush, so just reading off each other.
It comes down to reading, but is there any part of you that you see your name next to his on the sheet that mentally you have a note that's like, he's going to be going quite a bit, so I better be kind of on that side of it?
Yeah, a little bit. You know he's going to be up there, but it's just all like part of the game. So you just got to kind of, I guess, just read it as it goes. To be honest, so no, I feel like it's more of a in-game read for sure.
Maybe were you more surprised to see 2 rookies together?
I guess so. Yeah, you could say that. I was a little surprised, but we played together in the rookie tournament. Obviously it's different than this, but I thought we played well together. So, obviously then, other than getting caught out that shift last game too, I thought we were all right. So, I like playing with them for sure.
Overall, did you feel that game showed the management that they can rely on you at any time?
I think so. Yeah, I think I still have a little bit more to give for sure. I feel like I lost some battles and stuff along the wall that I feel like I'd want back. I definitely want to be winning those, but overall, I thought it was good.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Les chiffres tendent à vouloir démontrer que là, comme Xhekaj commence à avoir un éventail assez large de ce qu'il peut vous offrir. Sa production de points n'est pas non plus à dédaigner. Quand on regarde, il était à 0,3 par match depuis le début qu'il joue dans la Ligue nationale. C'est à peu près la même chose que Dak. Son pourcentage d'efficacité dans le cercle de mise en jeu. Peux-tu peut-être nous expliquer pourquoi c'est un gars important pour vous autres, au-delà peut-être de ce qu'on peut croire?
Ben, Jake, il sait c'est quoi son rôle. Puis il n'est pas juste satisfait avec ce rôle-là, il veut en faire plus. Puis moi, je l'ai toujours vu qu'il y avait un côté offensif. Mais beaucoup de ses responsabilités sont défensives, sur le désavantage. Elle a gagné un gros face-off. C'est un gars que quand il est sur la glace, tu as confiance en qu'est-ce qu'il va essayer de faire défensivement. Puis là, je trouve qu'il a pris un step de qu'est-ce qu'il est capable de faire offensivement. Tu sais, comme la POC, elle meurt pas, où il est capable de... Il fait pas juste un jeu, il trouve le meilleur jeu. Puis ça, ben, c'est des qualités que, tu sais, pour un joueur, mais quand tu vois qu'il est capable de faire ça, ça montre sa valeur.
Mon autre point concerne plus l'équipe en général. Maintenant que vous êtes un peu plus tourné, Martin, sur les résultats, autant toi comme coach, peut-être même à la haute direction du club, est-ce que les notions de travailler le développement d'une équipe qui est encore assez jeune, dont la moyenne d'âge est dans les plus jeunes de la Ligue, ça amène un défi supplémentaire pour le faire, ça, pour toi, l'entraîneur, puis vous autres en général, les hommes de hockey?
Bien, je pense qu'on continue toujours à essayer de développer nos jeunes joueurs. Mais tu sais, ils sont pas tous à la même étape de leur carrière. On a Heinemann, Kapanen, qui sont très jeunes. Lane Hudson, c'est leur première vraiment année. On a d'autres jeunes, ça fait 3 ans. Tu sais, fait que on continue à développer, mais on est peut-être un petit peu plus demandant sur des joueurs que ça fait 2-3 ans qui sont dans la Ligue, comparé à un gars que ça fait 5-6 games. Tu sais, mais le développement fait toujours partie de ça, mais c'est parce que c'est une autre étape de développement pour certains joueurs. Tu sais, fait que... tu vas toujours avoir des jeunes qui rentrent. Puis il faut que tu continues à les développer, eux autres aussi. Puis ces jeunes-là, quand ils rentrent à ce temps-là, mais tu sais, c'est peut-être un petit peu accéléré parce qu'on a une différente phase côté organisation. C'est sûr, les résultats, ils commencent à faire partie un peu du développement aussi. Puis on travaille là-dessus avec tous nos jeunes joueurs, pas juste nos jeunes qui commencent, là. On a des jeunes joueurs que ça fait 3-4 ans qui sont là, puis il faut qu'on apprenne apprendre à gagner, c'est apprendre à... C'est quoi les actions que tu fais sur la glace qui aident ton équipe à gagner, pas qui ne garantissent pas à gagner. Puis on va continuer à parler de ça, mais c'est sûr, on va toujours... faut pas t'oublier le développement de chaque joueur.
Bon matin, Martin. En tant qu'entraîneur, tu as l'aspect stratégique, l'aspect résultat géré, tu as l'aspect humain aussi. Tu as 23 gars dans le vestiaire, 23 gars qui veulent gagner, puis toi aussi tu veux gagner. Quand tu te retrouves à devoir gérer un Kirby Dach qui a des hautes attentes envers lui-même, toi-même tu as des hautes attentes envers lui, mais est-ce que la balance entre je veux qu'il performe, mais je me rappelle d'où il arrive, elle est dure à trouver? Comment tu gères la situation en tant que coach avec un gars comme ça?
Ben, tu sais, c'est de rappeler là, aux joueurs, à Docker, tu sais, qui a manqué beaucoup de temps, tu sais, puis d'être réaliste avec ses propres attentes. Je pense que ça part avec ça, tu sais, puis plus que ça va aller, plus que Docker va se retrouver. Mais c'est beaucoup de temps manqué. Puis il sait comment bon qui peut être ou qui est. Puis faut qu'il se donne le temps un petit peu, mais tu sais, tu peux pas juste attendre. C'est qu'est-ce que tu fais. Je sais que ça va y prendre un petit peu de temps, mais c'est lui de de continuer à travailler pendant ce temps-là pour se retrouver. Mais c'est là pour Kirby, c'est un petit peu de temps pour lui, mais ça va venir.
François.
Salut Martin. Logan Mailloux, après le match à Long Island, il était déçu de pouvoir marquer en tir de barrage. Il pourrait être ce matin encore sur un nuage d'un premier but de la Ligue nationale. Il a joué peut-être 20 minutes, mais il parlait plus qu'il a perdu des batailles à 1 contre 1, perdu des batailles le long de la rampe. Et au-dessus de son côté réaliste du jeune, le fait qu'il semble toujours vouloir s'améliorer.
Ben, j'aime ça, pas juste d'un jeune, de n'importe qui. Tu veux toujours évoluer comme joueur, puis c'est pas... je suis content qu'il parle comme ça parce que pas parce que tu marques un but que tout est correct, tu sais. Fait que c'est de s'évaluer avec une vérité, pas juste avec un résultat. Puis quand les joueurs prennent cette approche-là, habituellement, c'est rare qu'ils sont pas constants. Tu sais, moi, si tu es capable de t'évaluer avec la vraie vérité, mais c'est rare que tu vas avoir un slump.
On l'a vu avec Lane Hudson. Est-ce qu'il peut devenir un bon complément à Lane parce qu'il est plus grand, plus gros, peut être physique, il patine bien également? Est-ce que tu pourrais voir dans le futur?
C'est possible, c'est sûr. C'est comme tu dis, il est gros et grand, il couvre beaucoup de glace. C'est possible.
Martin, Eric, Stu.
First off, just so we don't run with it, but Doc kind of taking Slaff's spot, is that an opportunity for you to see what you could possibly do with Slaff?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know about tomorrow, you know. So we'll see. But, you know, I'm not afraid to change lines if you know, you're trying to get a spark or whatever. But, you know, we'll see tomorrow what we're dealing with.
Nick was talking about it getting a little frustrating and becoming a bit of a trend where they're not killing plays quick enough, they're spending too much time in the defensive zone. So when you see that happening with them in particular, what are some of the cues that they might be missing, or what are some of the things that's just not clicking defensively that's preventing them from leaving the zone a little quicker and spending more time on offense?
Well, I think as a group of five, you know, it's yeah, structure is part of it, but, you know, I think it's attitude too, you know, like there's nothing fun about playing in your D zone, but, you know, if you play as hard there as you would in the O zone to keep a puck alive, you know, usually you're in a good spot, and sometimes it's not necessarily. I think we can do a better job as a team in killing plays earlier. You know, I think we're in good position, but sometimes we're just too content to be in good position versus like killing it. You know, and I think we're talking about that. So I think probably a little more defensive pace in that sense. Not just that line, I think, and sometimes maybe the D's are tired or whatever, second period, but overall I feel like I find our team a lot of times in good position, but we could actually like anticipate and kill plays quicker. And I think it's not just that line, but that would help that line if we're able to do that.
Eric?
Just if you could just clarify, I know you said you're not afraid to change lines if you need a spark. I'm just wondering if Uri plays tomorrow, is it still possible that Kirby will play with Nick and Cole?
Everything's possible.
On Nick, we were just talking about him. Points are there. He says he feels he needs to be better. What goes into Nick's game when he's driving his line? What are the elements?
His pace. He plays with more pace. You know. So I think if Nick plays a little bit more pace, the game's going to be easier for him. And you know, it's not easy to have more pace. It's work. But you know, I think that to me that's when when he drives a line. To me, it's his pace on both sides, defensively and offensively.
We'll take three more. Stu, Peter, Makama.
Marty, when Xhekaj's on his game, he seems to play with a certain swagger. Talking with him the other day, he's sort of saying he's sort of in his head, like worrying about mistakes. As a coach, how do you sort of balance him keeping that swagger, if you agree that's important to his game, while continuing to do the things that you want him to do to
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as a coach, you got to be careful with nitpicking stuff, you know, and so I'm very cautious of trying not to nitpick, not just him, just in general, you know. But there's assignments on the ice defensively, you know, inside our concept structure, whatever it is, that to me, it's clear, you know. So I stay strong and hard on those, but I don't nitpick, you know, everything. Because when you start nitpicking everything, you know, it's hard for a player to have swagger. They start second-guessing themselves. They're not sure, what's the coach going to think here? What's the coach going to – so you have to be careful. So I don't try to nitpick. I try to stay hard on the things that we talk about.
With Hudson, one of the big adjustments for him is obviously going to be the schedule in the NHL. You went through the NCAA route. How big was that for you, and what's the best advice you have for a kid like him playing his first 82-game season?
I don't know. I mean, when I came out of college, you know, you're young. You're actually excited to play 82 games, you know, versus the 30-plus game schedule. It's a lot of practices in college, you know, and everybody wants to play. So I think for young players, I think they have energy and their excitement. I'm not worried about it. For him, it's more managing his output during games. You know, there's pockets during a game where you can recharge a little bit versus like constantly like driving, and then you get your tank gets empty, and it's hard to build it back up. So to me, it's, you know, and he's going to learn that. To me, it's output during game. How does he manage his game so that he still can, you know, do his stuff? 10 minutes left in the third. You know, he's not on empty. So I think it's just managing himself during the games more than the 82-game schedule. I think, especially at his age, I think they're all excited that they practice less and play more.
Was probably one of the masters at that, or one of the guys that...
Yeah, but played a total different, yeah.
Different type of game.
Yeah.
I'm curious, you played with Chris Kreider when he was a young player. Now you're kind of seeing him evolve into a really good veteran in this league. Just what are the biggest areas of growth you've seen in his game since he was young?
Well, he plays a more complete game. You know, I feel, you know, what, you know, allowed him to have success early is his outside speed, taking D's wide and go to the far post. He still has that, but I think he's learned to control his speed, because teams will, you know, once you want to go around people all the time, you know, they'll play you a certain way that they're gonna not give you that. Well, can you cut across the middle in front of that space if you're not going to give you the around, you know? And I think Kreider's learned to slow down sometime if he can't turn the corner, and now play with the second wave, which they have great second wave players, obviously. So I think he's evolved. You know, to me, like, he had a great fastball, right? Like, but I think he's brought a curveball, a changeup now, where he can play different type of game. He's always been very good in that front. I think he's improved. He's not always in the same spot. He's improved the way he scores around the net. He just evolved as a player, just not just a guy that's going to take D's wide and take it to the net.
Salut Martin, deux questions pour toi. Ça va parce que tu viens de parler de fastball et curveball, mais sur le trio d'Evans, il y a deux alliés qui sont vraiment des gars nord-sud. Puis de l'extérieur, on pouvait avoir l'impression par le passé que dans tous les enseignements de tes concepts à Anderson, à Gallagher, que ça rentrait peut-être plus difficilement que pour d'autres gars. Est-ce que c'est plus, dans le fond, c'est plus simple de réunir des gars qui pensent de la même manière, puis de dire, ben, peut-être que l'identité d'autres trios va être différente, mais ceux-là, le fait qu'ils aient cette façon de jouer qui est semblable, dans le fond, ça explique que ça fonctionne mieux.
Ben, je trouve que c'est un trio qui joue, sont très directs. Je sais pas comment dire ça. sont très directs, surtout de nos top des cercles à la ligne bleue de l'autre équipe. Fait que, puis Jake, il comprend comment ses alliés sont directs. C'est des gars qui vont. Andy's going to push the pace, and he's going to be a good F1. So is Gally. And I think what's allowing them to play well on the other side of the blue line is just. Excuse me. Tout le monde est. Oui. Yes. Ils sont très directs. Fait que du top des cercles à la ligne bleue offensive, Jake, il comprend ça, puis il est capable, il met des belles rondelles pour eux autres pour aller faire, pour les aider à amener leur game. C'est leur game, ça. Andy, c'est le forecheck, puis tout. Puis Gally, mais qu'est-ce qui les aide à aller chercher du succès en dedans de la ligne bleue? C'est qu'ils jouent en dedans de nos concepts. Ils ont beaucoup de balance sur la glace. Puis c'est pas comme si Gally s'en va se parker en avant du net puis il reste là. Non, il est capable de jouer l'autre partie de la game qui aide à avoir de la continuité dans la zone offensive. Mais leur succès part beaucoup comment direct qu'ils sont avec leur action du top. Puis ils se défendent très bien du top des cercles à la ligne bleue. Puis Jake est capable de naviguer ça pour eux autres.
Par ailleurs, vous êtes dernier de la Ligue au niveau des expected goals. Je pense aussi au niveau des chances dangereuses que vous accordez à l'adversaire. Qu'est-ce que ça va prendre, à ton avis, pour vous sortir de là? Y a-t-il une affaire qui est dans le haut de ta liste pour pouvoir vous améliorer à ce niveau-là?
Ben, ça serait de passer plus de temps dans la zone offensive. C'est comment qu'on gère nos rondelles dans la zone offensive, comment qu'on gère nos rondelles à ligne bleue, en entrée de zone. On a eu beaucoup de matchs où on a aidé l'autre équipe à partir leur offensive. Fait que c'est sûr qu'il y a bien des choses que tu peux améliorer dans ta zone défensive, mais moi, ça part bien loin de là. Fait que je pense que c'est plus ça. Sam, je demain.
Can I just follow up on that? Are you at all worried about kind of sucking the creativity out of your group when this has been such a point of emphasis all season, where don't start the other team's offense, don't get cute at the blue lines? Where's the balance there?
There is a balance for sure, and to me, it's all about what's on the other side of that creativity. I have no problem. To me, it's all intentions, right? I have no problem you having the right intention and creativity when there's something on the other side of that. If you go through all that risk and there's nothing on the other side, well, why risk? See, that's where, because we could be very creative, but to me, at what risk? What's on the other side of that? And I think we're learning to that, and those are part of the actions that help our team win. Doesn't guarantee the win, but those are actions. You do that over and over and over. You keep a percentage in your favor versus, you're trying to do stuff when there's nothing on the other side of that, where that player now is going to have to do what you could have done without taking the risk.
Merci, Martin. Merci. Merci beaucoup. Merci.